God of War, because today is the 20th anniversary of this very classic, very famous PlayStation classic. And, we expected something.
What did
So
you people expect from Sony, man? The only thing that I expected was more disappointment. I want the God of War Week Saga Collection. I thought you didn't like those old games anyway, man. Enjoy your DLC for God of War Ragnarok, man. PlayStation has no limits when it comes to this disappointment.
Sony has been doing a countdown. A lot of the Sony accounts, whether it is the PlayStation account or Sony Santa Monica or just the God of War account, have been doing a countdown today, saying we're going to show you something cool. The fans are going to be very happy. When in fact, today is the day, and they basically just gave us a wet fart directly on our chat
And
list.
Sony's gonna continue to do that until you people stop talking about Xbox and start worrying about what's going on with Sony. It is what it is, man. Y'all can sit there and cap for this 75 million hardware sales, but at the end of the day, man, when it comes down to the software, when it comes down to the games, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't care how many hardware sales you got, how many people playing Roblox and Fortnite and Call of Duty on your platform. Because at the end of the day, this is very disappointing. And this also goes to show you that Sony don't care about the average consumer that goes out there and picks up this console for these quote-unquote alleged exclusive games that you people don't buy anyway. I mean, enjoy your little DLC there, buddy.
Now, I want to talk about this because it is aggravating that they didn't give us a damn thing other than like a t-shirt and downloadable content for God of War Ragnarok.
Well, ain't that your favorite game? Didn't you say the other ones are boring and repetitive and all you do is mash the same buttons? These are things that you said. Like I said, why would you care for a God of War Saga Week collection when you don't even like the classic old games? Now, in regards to me, I do. And I think it's kind of disheartening to see that Sony doesn't care about even their own audience. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It wouldn't even cost them that much to do, man. You're trying to tell me Sony's scared to throw out some remastered versions of some old God of War games? They would rather give you DLC? This is the definition of lazy, man. I mean, you got Xbox, maybe possibly Nintendo with the Switch 2, potentially going to be dropping out games, and the only one that can't get it together is Sony. Like, this is crazy, bro. And y'all want to sit there, oh, why you hate the PlayStation 5 so much? It's not even that I dislike it. If anything, I play on it every day, but a lot of it's just third party. A lot of the games that I'm playing on PS5, I can play on any other device. It's really nothing that special. There's nothing on this platform that's enticing me to want to go out there and pick anything up or buy anything day and date for this platform. I'm sorry, bro. The PS5 is by far one of the worst consoles that I've ever experienced throughout my life in gaming.
But this just sucks. They're like, hey, you could buy a book about how we made the games. You could buy a little plushie. Oh, there's DLC skins where if you're playing God of War Ragnarok, your weapons are now gold. Now,
This is the Sony that you guys like, man. I mean, you gotta think about it, man. Just go back for a moment and say to yourself, man, this is terrible, bro. The fact that you guys got Sony doing this to y'all without providing you guys with any games, it's so sad, bro. You know what I mean? Now we see as to why you guys continue to keep bashing Xbox, even though they got more games to play than y'all. This is ridiculous. Well, you look at that. You get some gold blades. Well, there you go. Well, you know, that was worth the 20-year wait anniversary.
can I just be honest? A lot of people are incredibly pissed about this, and I don't think it's just because of leaks and rumors. There's been a lot of rumblings from a lot of famous
Well, it
leakers.
seems like you was wrong there. All the people talking about how we're going to get a God of War Week Saga collection. Well, look what happened. All that was DLC, bro. You see, all these rumors that you guys want to keep holding on to, look at it. Just to find out they're not even true, bro. Just to find out it was a potential DLC for the game that you already have already, which is God of War Ragnarok. This is embarrassing, man. How do you guys continue to make videos taking this many L's?
That we were supposed to get some
Oh,
sort
we were supposed to. What do you mean supposed to get? You weren't supposed to get anything. Ain't nobody knew this was real. What did you mean, bro? You guys running with narratives, bro. Y'all thought that's what y'all was going to get. Keyword, y'all thought. Sony didn't sit there and tell you was going to get a collection of these old God of War games. Those are things that you guys ran with. Just to find out that, oh, see, this is what y'all wanted. But you didn't get it. And Sony did not come out and tell you that, hey guys, we're working on a God of War Week Saga collection. That's what you guys thought by hearing the rumors, which is more likely this, of us finding out for their 20th anniversary. And now you guys are upset and angry because you don't feel thought of. You don't feel that Sony's even think. Sony don't care, bro. I'm telling you, man, if this is not enough to wake you guys up to realize that PlayStation does not care about their average consumer base when it comes to whoever supported them to the point where they are today, then at this point, go buy another platform, bro. Go PC, go Xbox, because say whatever you want about Xbox dropping games on PlayStation, Microsoft's output of games has been remarkable. You know, we cannot refute this. It's been so crazy that they out here dropping games for everybody. Everybody's benefiting from Microsoft, and I have no problem if they would out there and go out there and buy Ubisoft, because they probably benefit their audience through Game Pass Ultimate while also selling you the games for $60 to $70. We all win. At the end of the day, it shows us that Microsoft needs to be in control of gaming and not PlayStation. It really does show you that, because PlayStation ain't doing nothing, not even with their own IPs.
Of classic collection, the ability to play the old games with better coat of paint, better graphics.
Well, go get yourself a PS3, man. You can still continue to play those games on there.
Better frame rate, trophy support. But can I be real? I think a lot of this anger comes down to the fact that it's not just that we're not getting new games, it's that...
so he just admitted it. PlayStation is not getting any new games.
Better graphics, better frame rate, trophy support. But can I be real? I think a lot of this anger comes down to the fact that it's not just that we're not getting new games.
You see that? They all subconsciously know that PlayStation 5 has no games, man. So how, as an Xbox owner, where I feel bad, oh, they putting game on PS5. Bro, you heard it from the horse's mouth, no pun intended, that the PlayStation 5 has no games, bro. You just said it, bro. Do I have to rewind it? He literally just said that.
Better graphics, better frame rate, trophy support. But can I be real? I think a lot of this anger comes down to the fact that it's not just that we're not getting new games, it's that...
Wow. He just admitted that they're not getting any new games. But you're getting Xbox games, though.
The old games are completely inaccessible.
Go buy a PS3, bro. Go somewhere, go to a thrift store and pick up a PS3 for probably, what, 60, 70, 80, maybe $80 tops. Then buy the physical copies. I thought you guys like physical, right? Buy the PS3. You got the Origins collection. I have it in the God of War 3 Saga collection. There you go. That's all you need. You got the PSP games on one disc, and then you got all the whole trilogy on another. And then you can buy God of War Ascension separately. There you go. There goes your God of War Ultimate collection. Matter of fact, you probably get that for far cheaper than what you would have paid buying this game for $60, $70 if PlayStation made you one.
I feel like Sony has this as a particular problem, and it's ridiculous to me.
PlayStation's dead. Or should I say, Xbox is better.
Sony, right now, they have emulators that play PlayStation 1 games perfectly, PlayStation 2 games perfectly, PlayStation 4...
That's not true, because I played Manhunt, and the funny thing is I can actually show you footage of me playing Manhunt on my PS5, and the game runs worse than it did on PS4. Same thing with the Warriors. So that's not true, bro. Stop lying, bro. I can literally prove that in this video right now, that the game has flickering problems and everything. You guys want to continue to keep capping for this platform, and this is why I keep calling this out.
About PlayStation Vita, they have the ability, the tech, the code to right this second snap their fingers and we can all play classic God of War right now. They just choose not...
You still can. You could just play it through PlayStation Now, through streaming.
...to do it. I would love to play the old school God of Wars to pop some trophies and play it, and not just that crappy streaming. You can technically...
And you still can do it. Ain't you a retro gamer? Shouldn't you have a PS3 around? And if you're that much of a fan, have the classic games at your disposal? Like, this is something that a person would complain if they didn't have access to these things. I thought you was a retro gamer. I thought you had Dreamcasts, Sega Saturns, you know. I thought you had all these things.
Dream PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 games. I want to be able to buy it.
You still can buy it. Go online, go to eBay, order yourself a copy of the same games that you're complaining about that ain't on PS5, and you're going to own a physical copy of what you're complaining about. What are you talking about, bro? See, this is the problem with the gaming community. Yes, it would be nice to have it on a modern platform, but so what? If they didn't offer one, just go play it on the PS3. But I get where you're coming from. Sony's showing you that they don't care about their community. Like I said, man, they don't care. This is laughable, bro. The fact that you guys can't even get drip fed an old collection of God of War games for your modern platform, which would essentially be nothing but another remaster with a coat of paint on it at full price value because you guys have nothing to play, is quite sad to me when you got Xbox gamers looking forward to new games. Not just old, new games. And y'all want to sit there and say Xbox is not better. Yeah, okay.
Am I crazy? For the 20th anniversary, look, I'm not the biggest God of War fanatic. Yeah, I got...
So why are you complaining?
Some like God of War controllers and some God of War special.
The same game. Hold on. The same games the same games that you're not getting is. Hold on. What? I'm confused. You can't make this up. This man want to sit there and complain about, I'm not the biggest God of War fan, while pulling up the same copy of a game that's getting DLC to the game that you actually said you preferred more. So how about you just be quiet, enjoy your little pathetic DLC for your little good PS5, and that's it. Sony don't care about you. You're not thought of. Microsoft cares more about PlayStation than PlayStation themselves at this point. This is crazy that you guys have to literally fight tooth and nail for an old collection of God of War games because y'all have nothing on PlayStation. And let's not forget that game's also on PS4 too.
God of War special editions and stuff, but I've been really wanting to go back and play those games.
Then go buy a PS. Shouldn't you have these things already? Like, what are you talking about? Go get the PS3, bruh. If it means that much to you, right? Go buy a PS3 and pick up the games for cheap. What are we doing here, man?
I do want to just beat them again and see,
You can still beat them again. Just beat them, just turn on your PS3 and proceed to play them again. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Is this what y'all complaining about?
Too harsh on them when I beat them in the past. Didn't super love the old school God of War games.
That's a lie, because I've heard you in videos countless of times saying that you did not like the old God. Y'all know what I'm saying. I know I'm not losing it in this community. You have said you did not like them, and now all of a sudden you do? You're a liar, bro.
To go back and play those games. I really do want to just beat them again and see, was I too harsh on them when I beat them in the past? Didn't super love the old school God
okay. I had to make sure, guys. I apologize for that.
War games. I was hoping to play these games again just to see how they've aged,
And you can still continue to do that. Didn't you just say you played the old game? See, you almost had me. It's just the way he be wording his stuff. I be catching on to it. So you said you was too harsh on them before. So how about you just go back, play them on the PS3 like you probably did already, and see if they hold up then. Why do you need a whole remastered version of a bunch of old games just so you could continue to play them again? Like, what?
Play how fun it is to hear those old music, those crazy cutscenes, those ridiculous gory kills. Literally play the games that they're hyping up, they're advertising, they're selling merch for, is to either buy a PlayStation 2 or to emulate it. And to me...
You do know these games are on PS3 too, right?
This seems so ridiculous. Like, why are they so adverse to bringing back classic games when it's not, a remaster collection? I would literally be happy if they just brought it forward. If they just literally gave us a port with save states and trophy support. And
no, keep the save states out, because that would just make the game way too easy. I don't need no save states. We got saves in the game.
Really just that, I would be personally thrilled. This is Jaw Muncher. This guy talks a lot about Dino Crisis and stuff. Very, very big cap. If that collection existed, I'm now in the camp that I don't believe it exists.
Really? Because you was running with that rumor saying, hey, everybody get ready for that God of War Saga Wii collection, just to find out that it don't even exist. PlayStation fanboys with another L, bro. That's all y'all been doing is taking L's in this community.
Would have been the perfect time to announce it. I truly do not believe the God of War collection exists.
Really? You sure? Because a lot of you people on Twitter did, just to find out that the game's not coming out.
I believe that PlayStation is stupid enough to just leave this money on the table and say, we'd rather.
Yeah, there's no money on the table because nobody was going to buy this. This is not going to stop people from playing Fortnite. Nobody cares about this, bro. What do you don't understand? God of War, that reboot series did far better than the original God of War games did. A lot of people's first introduction to the series was with God of War, the reboot on PS4. I've even talked to people. I've had a guy tell me, "Oh yeah, I played the first God of War. It's on PS4," and I'm like, "You do know these games started on PS2, right?" And he's like, "Huh?" He didn't even know it. So a lot of people's first introduction game was the God of War reboot, not the old games.
Sell you shirts and DLC and just, hey, go play some of the games streaming on PlayStation Plus. I am frustrated because a lot of time
PlayStation is dead. Because if this was Xbox, you guys know what the argument would be. You say that I console, but I'm not console. I'm just keeping the things legitimately, bro. I'm just calling things out. I'm calling out the hypocrisy. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody choosing a side because I would have liked to seen it too. So who do you think is more disappointed than he is? I am. I would have loved to see these games on my modern hardware. But no, of course Sony's going to disappoint their audience again, even on God of War's 20th anniversary. This is crazy, bro. Maybe there should be more of you guys complaining about this than complaining about Xbox so we can get something done. Because all the complaints that you have towards Xbox, well, guess what? They're getting better while y'all getting worse. Maybe y'all need to start complaining about PlayStation and how they treating y'all. So Sony knows how to get it together. Oh no, they get passes. PlayStation's doing fine. We got 75 million hardware sales, and that's it. And let's just keep the ball running.
It just feels like Sony, for better or for worse, let me get this for a second. Look at this. Sony used to be so much better about hyping their games, about selling their games.
I thought only Microsoft didn't do that. I thought Microsoft didn't put enough money in advertisements and all that other garbage y'all used to say back in the days, just to find out that Sony don't do the same either. If anything, they're far worse.
Telling us why to be hyped. One of the things I feel like PlayStation did a lot during the PlayStation 4 generation that everybody at this point has forgotten is that
we haven't forgotten because they're still making games for that console. It's kind of hard to forget PS4 when the best games to play on the PS5 is Last of Us Part 1 Remake, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Days Gone Remastered, Until Dawn Remake. What do you mean we forgot the PS4? Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Death Stranding Director's Cut. All PS4 games. So it's kind of hard. Uncharted Legacy Collection, which is a remastered version of Uncharted 4. It's kind of hard for you to say that, considering that that's all Sony's been doing, is been pushing out PS4 games.
Telling us why to be hyped. One of the things I feel like PlayStation did a lot during the PlayStation 4 generation that everybody at this point has forgotten is
Miles Morales, PS4 game. Sackboy Adventure, PS4 game. God of War Ragnarok, PS4 game. Miles Morales, PS4 game. Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, PS4 game. Until Dawn Remake, PS4 game. Like, bro, this is starting to sound like a song, bro. You know what I mean? Uncharted Legacy Collection, PS4 game. What do we say? I'm trying to think of the list. There's a lot of them. Until Last of Us Remake Part 1 PS4 game, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered PS4 game, Until Dawn Remake PS4 game, Gran Turismo 7 PS4 game. Like, bro, this is crazy, but that's all you people have been playing is PS4 games, PS4 games, PS4 games. That's what we play in PS4 games, PS4 games, PS4 games. That's all we got is PS4 games.
They would do two things at once. They talk about what they have right now. I call it the victory lap, where they say,
there ain't no victory lap. Sony lost this generation. I don't care. Y'all had 75 million soldiers, and y'all still lost from the battlefield.
Our great games, check out our awards we're winning, check out this great thing, and they'll talk about the future. Here's a remaster, here's the next game. Here's Last of Us Part 1 Remastered, now you have Last of Us Part 2 as a trailer. You have Killzone, and now you have Killzone Shadowfall. I don't know. There was that constant sense that playing your PlayStation was an investment. I'm ready for that next big PlayStation game.
Clearly that ain't the case. So you guys sit there and say, why would you have faith in the new Xbox? The real question should be, why would I have faith in PlayStation if they can't even do the bare minimum for the most successful PlayStation console that they've ever had?
But this generation, not only are they not releasing a damn thing, it feels like we're getting bare bones pickings of PlayStation games.
So just admit it. So all that stuff that y'all say about Xbox and Nintendo ain't been nothing but projection. Let's go. Game still with another
ready for
W.
that next big PlayStation game. But this generation, not only are they not releasing a damn thing, it feels like we're getting bare bones pickings of PlayStation games. I guess I'm extra frustrated about the fact that it does truly seem like they don't even care about the ports. Why did you guys make PlayStation Plus Premium? Why did you decide to completely overhaul?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right about that. So that's why you got stuff like Game Pass Ultimate, where they don't treat their consumers like that. They give them new games, day and date. Now you're starting to see the appeal of Game Pass Ultimate. You're right, Dreamcast guy. We had Sniper Elite Resistance 2, Stalker 2, Hellblade 2, Forza Motorsport. You got Gear Z Day, Perfect Dark, Fable, all new games, mind you. South of Midnight, Blade, Elder Scrolls 6, Avowed. All new games. And then there's a few old ones, Oblivion Remake, and then you have a few Call of Duties, new Call of Duties on the Game Pass Ultimate. Right, you're right. New games. Sony can't even give y'all ports. Really ask yourself, bro. They don't even want to give y'all remastered ports, bro. You got Xbox doing Gear Z Day, potentially Gear 6, and a Gears of War collection. And y'all still playing it. Like, bro, if this is not enough to wake y'all up, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
If you're going to just drip feed the tiniest little classic exclusives.
They're not even getting that, though. That's why we talking about DLC. You're not even getting that.
Now, right this second, you could have made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
No, they wouldn't, because nobody would have cared enough to buy these games. I'm going to be honest. Nobody would have cared enough to buy that God. Only the hardcore, diehard fans would have bought that, which wouldn't be much. That's why Sony shifted their vision with God of War after Ascension, because Ascension did pretty bad. Actually, they did solid, but wasn't enough to their expectations. So they had to reboot the series and put it with the third-person perspective of Last of Us, because that's exactly how it feels, bro. It feels like Last of Us. All PlayStation games play the same now. You know what I mean? What happened to the days when PlayStation games felt different? Now they all have the same over-the-shoulder back, you know what I mean, beard look, you know what I mean? They shoot the arrows the same way. I mean, if you really take the time to really analyze these PlayStation games, they all kind of play identically the same. And I will say Last of Us is to blame for this, because with how popular that game got, look what happened. God of War, same perspective. Even when Kratos slams the dude's head on the wall, it looks like when Joel does, when he does it in his game, when he slams him on the wall. It looks exactly the same, bro. At this point, PlayStation has been doing nothing but cookie cutter games. They all their games play the same.
Just taking the God of War games and port them. Just that would have made you millions and millions of dollars. But
they could have just put it through their PlayStation Classic catalog. They didn't even have to do all that. That shows you they don't care, bro.
That's too much work, too much effort, too much passion, too much love. A lot of PlayStation fans are pissed, and I'm definitely with them. This sucks. Even if you don't care that much about God of War, this just is pointless. I don't know.
It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes as to how PlayStation is treating their consumers. But maybe if you guys would talk more poorly about PlayStation, maybe we'll start seeing better things, because using this hardware sales as an argument while also complaining about getting DLC and Xbox gamers having less hardware sales but actually getting some of the best games coming out, I think you guys need to start reflecting on what's actually important to the gaming industry, or what's important to you. Because, yeah, this is very disheartening, but Xbox, they got games. Ninja Gaiden 4, you know what I mean? All through Game Pass Ultimate, day and date. Crazy. Even games they don't even own, they still have day and date to them. So like I said, take this as a reminder to stop chasing hardware sales, and maybe you should worry a little bit more as a gamer on the software. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, take care. Peace out.